chips on the NBA Tonight stock exchange. One blue chip is down, while another is making its way back up the charts. A few newcomers are making headway, but don't underestimate the tried and true. Sometimes you have to dig for the good buys, and we hope you bought into this one early because the price is going through the roof.
You asked for it, there's the record.
And here it is on the NBA Tonight.
Let's jump to it. T-Wolves and Pacers. Al Harrington playing because Jermaine O'Neal was not. Lower back strain. First quarter, Harrington moving on Kevin Garnett down low. The runner in the lane is good, and what's become his go-to move, the fadeaway on Kevin Garnett. 18 off the bench in the first half for Harrington. Second quarter, Travis Best brings it up, pulls up, calls time. A strained hamstring for Best. Left the game with a souvenir and did not return. T-Wolves down by 2. Wally Szczerbiak, no good. Gary Trent, the offensive board, back to Szczerbiak. Second time's the charm. Trent had 12 rebounds. We're tied at 76. Pacers take over, though. Jamal Tinsley all over the stat column on Friday. Up ahead to Jalen Rose. Ouch, quit it. And Jeff Foster into the act. Al Harrington follows with a jam. Pacers by 1 when Reggie Miller, best in the world at that. Pacers up by 4, minute and a half to play. Wolves keep fighting. Terrell Brandon to Joe Smith. 20-footer, free throw later. The game is tied. Final seconds, Pacers ball. Tinsley off balance. It's bonus basketball. T-Wolves up 1 in OT. Rose, pull up nasty. Reggie Miller gets the fake on Wally Szczerbiak. He's the best ever at doing that, staying behind the line, and the Pacers up by 4. Final minute of OT. Pacers by 2. Brandon up and down. No call. Shot doesn't go. KG with a rebound. He'll try it. It's no good. Gary Trent with the board. Back to Garnett. And they'll call this a jump ball. T-Wolves get possession. That was pretty important. On the ensuing possession, Wally's 3 is no good. Joe Smith with a rebound. And to Garnett for the jumper, tied at 109. It's a second overtime. In the 6th quarter, Garnett takes over. Felipe Lopez on the run to KG. Sweet music. Wolves by 4, and then the dagger from Garnett. 24 points for him as the Wolves win 120-113. Double overtime. KG 24-10-6. The T-Wolves 7-1 start. Best in team history. And Indiana getting great stuff from Jamal Tinsley. Season highs with 15 assists, 9 boards, 6 steals, and 5 blocks. Season high for Reggie Miller. Career high from Al Harrington. But Indiana really needed Jermaine O'Neal. Sat out for the second time in 3 games with a sore lower back. Well, people, welcome into the show that always fits break. I'm Whit White. Couldn't last forever. O'Neal has lashed. This coach Phil Jackson. Shaq once called my white father because Jackson is not happy. Not happy with O'Neal's foul shooting and not happy with O'Neal's conditioning. Jackson says that the jabs at Shaquille are done with humor. The big fella's not seeing it.
In general, I'm a drill sergeant. I don't worry about things that are not important to me. I'm here to do my job. My job is to play basketball, dominate games, and win championships. So all that other bull I don't worry about.
I think that's good. I think Shaq plays well when he plays like that. And, I don't like to have anybody mad at me. I hope he's not mad at me. Is he mad at me?
That's what he said.
Oh, gee.
I don't worry about nothing at all. That's why I'm Wilt Chamberlain.
Can't we all just get along? Shaq and the crew trying to stay unbeaten, taking on the Suns. First quarter, Lakers come out firing from downtown. The Lakers moving it nicely. Lindsey Hunter all day. Hunter again, same on a replay. Same result. Robert Horry all by himself for 3. Lakers after 1, up by 6. Second quarter, Suns make a run. It's the NBA. Everybody makes a run. Down by 1, Penny Hardaway with a drive and throws it into reverse. Later in the second, Suns down by 2. Marbury with a handle finds Big Jake. Sakalidis with nothing. But Gugliotta saves it to Marbury, who gets it in. Suns trailed by 2 at the break. Third quarter, Suns down 2, and Marbury comes out firing. Foot on the line. It's good. This time he makes sure he's behind the arc. 18 points for Starbury. That's a 3. Still the third. The Lakers down by 14. Shaq trying to keep them alive. Down low. He'll miss. Gets his rebound, the dunk, and the foul. Lakers down by 9 after 3. The big fella's getting mad. Fourth quarter, Suns too much, though. Up by 9, Rodney Rogers airball. The new Sun, Bo Outlaw with a miss. Sean Marion cleans up the garbage. He had 14. Suns up by 11. Still the fourth. Penny Hardaway back into your highlight. Pretty lay-in off the baseline. He had 20 in the game, and the Suns win 95-83. The Lakers finally lose. They're 7-1. 5 Suns in double figures. Shaq had 28, but he was 8 of 18 from the stripe. Kobe shooting 5 of 15 from the field en route to his 18 points. Phoenix got a lot of help Friday. 10 from Goog, 17 from Rogers. Phoenix out-rebounding L.A. 45-36. They also had more assists, 20-14. Well, they'll hate this in Orlando. Bo Outlaw, part of a 3-team trade involving the Magic, the Clippers, and the Suns. Outlaw goes to Phoenix as part of that deal. The ninth-year forward, hugely popular in Orlando, where he spent the last 4+ seasons. The rest of the deal, the Suns get a first-round pick back from the Magic along with Outlaw. Judge Buechler goes to Orlando from Phoenix. Vinny Del Negro from Phoenix to the Clippers. Orlando giving cash to L.A. He has the option, they have the option of swapping second-round picks with the Clippers in 2005.
Jordan to drive. Hang. Fire. He scores! The Bulls are the world champs again! Oh, my word, who would have thunk it?
That may have been the last shot Michael Jordan will ever take in the NBA.
And 3 years later, Brian Russell finally gets the chance to tell MJ to his face that he pushed off. Utah visiting the Wizards on Friday, and so much has changed since the 1998 Finals. Jordan is a Wizard, for one thing. Utah isn't very good for another. The Jazz lost 6 of their first 9 games, scoring 95 points a night, giving up nearly 102. Would Jordan haunt them one more time on Friday? Brian Russell drawing the defensive assignment one more time. Oh, no. My life is flashing before my eyes. First quarter, Quincy Lewis on Jordan early. The jumper over Lewis, and then another in the first. Wizards down by 5. In comes Russell in the second, and similar results. Jordan letting him hear about it. Still the second. Wiz down by 4. Jordan isolated on Russell. Fake, cool, and the jumper. And again, Russell getting an earful. Minutes later, MJ alone at the top of the key. His first 3 of the season. 24 points at the break for Jordan. Fourth quarter, Wiz down by 7. Jordan with the fadeaway and the roll, plus the foul, made the free throw. Wizards down 4. Minutes later, Jordan going to work on Lewis again. 41 points for Jordan, tied at 87. Now tied at 89. Jordan shakes Lewis, losing the handle. It's blocked by Andre Kirilenko. Hello? Jazz by 4. Stockton to Malone. Fouled by Kwame Brown. Doug Collins and the Czars losing at 101-92. Just like old times, though, for MJ. 44, his highest point total of the year. 6 losses in a row for the Wizards. That matches Jordan's longest career losing streak. Malone had 30, Marshall 28, both season highs. Stockton 17 dimes. MJ, 17 of 33 from the floor. The rest of the team, 15 of 56. Rip Hamilton, 4 of 15 en route to 14 points. By the way, Brian Russell, a pulled groin in the second quarter, did not return. Through their first 9 games last year, the Wizards were 2-7. With Jordan this year, they're 2-7. Scoring is up in 2001, but the defense is down. It took the Wiz, by the way, 11 games to win 3 last year. Knicks and Nets, New Jersey off to a 6-1 start. Jason Kidd leading the Nets against the Knicks and playing the transition game to perfection. First quarter, we're tied at 12. Kidd with the steal. Up ahead to KVH for the lay-in. Nets take a 2-point lead. The very next possession. Jason Kidd pushing the tempo again to Kerry Kittles. They're loving him healthy for the Jam. Second quarter, about 30 seconds left. Nets by 19. On a spin. Bounce pass to Lucius Harris from Kidd for the corner jumper. And Nets up by 21. 10 seconds left in the half. Kidd to Kittles. He misses. Kenyon Martin doesn't. 12 dimes for Kidd in the first half. New Jersey up by 23. But back comes New York with the starting backcourt of Houston and Jackson on the bench. Knicks down 19. Isley, the Shandon Anderson, the jumper and the foul. Knicks down 16. Still the third. It's a 14-point game. Free makes it 12. A minute and a half left in the third. Knicks down 6. Allen Houston makes it 4. Clarence Weatherspoon, the drive and the layup. Knicks down by 2 after being down 23. But then Kerry Kittles going to work. McKinney kid gets the open look, buries the triple, nets up by 5, 9 seconds left in the third, nets up by 7, Kittles with the steal. He'll take it all the way to the house, nets up by 9, 7 points in 46 seconds in the third for Kittles. Fourth quarter, Derek Dial. I said Derek Dial. Three-point play puts the Nets up by 13. New Jersey up by 12. Kid the alley, hitting the oop. 109-83, just 12 points for Kidd, but a season-high 15 dimes, and the Nets continue their best start in franchise history. 5 straight wins, every starter in double figures. Spree led the Knicks with 25. The Nets outscored New York 29-12 in the final quarter. Allen Houston, 11 points on only 10 shots. As a team, New York recorded 17 assists, 2 more than Kidd by himself. Around the corner on the NBA tonight, Dr. Jack drops in to answer your emails, plus plays so good, these might not make it.
Great pass. David Robinson, two-hander. You asked for it. There's the record. The lob. Oh, me, oh, my. What a play by McGinnis to McGetty.
NBA Tonight is brought to you by Sega Sports.
Clippers at home Friday to the Raptors. Lamar Odom back from his suspension in time for this one, but it was Vince Carter doing everything in the first. Vinsanity going to work on the Duke kid, Elton Brand, and Michael Olowokandi. Scored the Raptors' first 10 points, then Corey Maggette stepped up. Brand to Maggette, the Duke connection. He lays it in. Jeff McInnis, the alley. Maggette brought the oop. And then Vincent likes the long ball. Drains the triple, 21 points in the first half for Vince Carter. Third quarter, Clips down 7. The Polish rifle, Eric Piatkowski. You can't leave him open back there. Vince can do that too. Raptors up by 7 again after that. But Walt Piatkowski's kid will not be outdone. Drills the triple from the corner, Clips within 1. Tied at 76. Earl Boykins to Darius Miles. Raptors up by 1. Then Chris Childs takes over. Childs with the steal all the way for the lay-in. Later, Raptors up by 4. Vince to Childs all day. Chris Childs, 13 points off the bench. Raptors win 94-85. Carter, 29, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 20 or more points in 9 straight games. Toronto 6-2 since they dropped their first 2 contests. Elton Brand with 22 and 12. Piatkowski 11 plus 2 rebounds. A 4-game home winning streak ends for the Clippers. The Hawks said Friday that Theo Ratliff needs surgery on his hip. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. Atlanta facing Philadelphia. Atlanta undermanned. Third quarter, 69-61 Sixers. Allen Iverson drive, draw, and dish to Mutombo. Sixers by 10. Fourth quarter, 73-61 Philly. Ex-Sixer Tony Kukoc turns it over. Matt Harpring gets the loose ball to Aaron McKee. Finger roll. Season high 20 for McKee plus 7 assists. And the Iverson-McKee connection back in action. Watch Iverson behind the back. 19 points for Iverson plus 6 assists. All 5 Sixer starters in double figures. 98-78 the final. The answer with 19. Reef a double-double, but only 3 of 10 shooting from the floor. Philly has now won 8 straight against Atlanta. Nazi Muhammad starting in place of the injured Theo Ratliff, finishing with 7 points and 7 boards. David Robinson, 2 points away from tying the Spurs NBA franchise scoring record. Take it on the Cavs. The record held by the Iceman, George Gervin. First quarter, Robinson 1 point shy of the record, and there it is. 19,385. The best all-time for the Spurs in the NBA. Later in the first, Malik Rose. How did he do that? I must see that again. Looks like Larry Bird. High over the backboard, 18 points, 11 boards for Rose. Spurs up by 9 in the break. Third quarter, Steve Smith starting to feel it. Fourth quarter, Smith. It's not a replay. Later in the fourth, somebody guard Steve. 6 of 6 from downtown, 22 points. Spurs win 105-91. The Admiral, the all-time leading NBA Spur scorer. Tim Duncan, 27 on 10 of 14 shooting, 6 boards, 5 dimes. Jermaine Jones with 12 and 11 off the Cavs bench. San Antonio, 27 and 3 all-time at home against the Cavaliers. Andre Miller did not return to the game, strained his lower back, recorded 16 points and 10 assists before departing. David Robinson, one of only 6 active players who hold their current team's all-time record for scoring. 2 of those, Garnett and Carter, playing for recent expansion teams. The others, of course, Peyton in Seattle, Malone in Utah, Miller in Indiana. Bulls and Kings, Sacramento unbeaten at home. Charles Oakley, the Bulls team captain, And the coach, Tim Floyd, trying to find common ground with the captain. Second quarter, Bulls trailing by 14 already. Brad Miller gets mugged underneath the basket, and no foul is called. Tim Floyd expressing his displeasure onto the court with the ball. That is usually a technical. As you can see, Floyd had a point. He got himself ejected. It didn't help the Bulls as they get pounded. 105 to 71 was the final score. Ron Mercer did have 14 points for Chicago. One of two Bulls in double figures. Peja Stojakovic, a game-high 21. Mike Bibby with 16. Fifth straight win for the Kings against the Bulls. Chicago 0-3 on a season-long 7-game road trip. They scored just 30 points in the second half. Coming up around the corner, we'll get to Dr. Jack and answer your emails. His thoughts on Dirk Diggler among the topics this Friday. Plus, Jamal Mashburn, Eddie Jones, a family affair. The Hornets and Heat getting together. Go tell a friend that the NBA Tonight is on. Tonight on Saturday at 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific with Pam Moore. The Lakers still looking for harmony. The Answer and Jason Kidd, the Magic at the T-Wolves, all Saturday on ESPN2. Alonzo Mourning's comeback has been slowed once again. The Miami center will be out indefinitely after doctors reviewed his latest blood tests. Mourning missed 3 of Miami's last 5 games with complications from food poisoning. He's still taking medication for the kidney disorder that was diagnosed last season. Miami forged on, facing the Hornets on Friday. Zoe looking on with Kendall Gill. Second quarter, Hornets down 2. Spot shadow, Robert Traylor and Chris Gatling fighting down low. Now, these two have been some places. Traylor with 5 teams, Gatling with 8. This is his 3rd stint with the Heat. Back to the play, meanwhile. Traylor bullying his way down for the jam. And then Traylor charged with a technical for taunting Gat. Fourth quarter, Hornets up by 4. David Wesley, all day. Later in the fourth, his backcourt partner in crime, Baron Davis, pull up from 18. He had 23. And the Hornets win 96-87. The starting backcourt of Davis and Wesley outscoring their Miami counterparts 44-21. Eldon Campbell, his 5th double-double of the year. Eddie Jones, a team-high 22 in the losing effort. Vlad Stepanya playing in place of Zoe. Career-high 19 points, 12 boards, 7 blocks. Charlotte has beaten Miami in 10 of their last 17 meetings. By the way, Pat Riley fined $10,000 by the NBA on Friday for comments on the referees after Thursday's loss to the Knicks. Warriors, Sonics, Larry Hughes gets to check Gary Payton. That's no fun. And GP's been playing out of his mind lately, playing at home on Friday. First quarter, Sonics by 11. Rashard Lewis fighting for the rebound. Gets it to Payton. Passes to Earl Watson, who will set up Desmond Mason. Touch me there. Mason with 10 in the first, finished with 16. Fourth quarter, Sonics lead by 9. Earl Watson again in your highlights. Gets the steal, spins around Bobby Surik, keeps the dribble, negotiates the reverse lay-in around O'Donnell Foyle. He had 9 of his career-high 13 in the fourth, and the Sonics win. Gary Payton, 14 of 22 shooting, 30 points. That's the game high. Rashard Lewis, 18 points, 10 boards, 6 double-doubles this year, and the rookie Earl Watson with 13. Hughes and Jamison, 16 apiece in the loss. Seattle has beaten Golden State 12 straight times at Key Arena. We are all about interactive television. It's your chance to get involved in the show as we ask Dr. Jack, Hall of Famer Dr. Jack Ramsey, answering your questions via ESPN.com. The first one coming from Byron in Chicago. Dr. Jack, your thoughts. Shouldn't Dirk Nowitzki be labeled as one of the best players in the league?
Nowitzki has a great offensive game. I think he's the most versatile offensive player among all the big forwards in the league. And there are a lot of very good ones at that position. He can shoot it from distance. He has great three-point range. He can hit the medium-range jumper off the dribble. He can drive it all the way to the basket. He runs the floor like a deer, and he's developed a low-post game that's pretty good. He's also a good passer in traffic. Although he doesn't do a lot of passing, he does mostly shooting. He must improve his defense, but I think he'll do that too. He wants to be the best at his position, and I think he's on his way to becoming that.
Next question from Gabe in New York. What is your take on Spurs rookie Tony Parker? He seems to have all the tools to be a standout traditional point guard.
Tony Parker, lightning quick, a very good distributor of the ball, has good judgment with his passes, is averaging about 4 assists and a couple of turnovers so far. The San Antonio Spurs are undefeated since Coach Pop put him in the starting lineup, and Parker has lived up to all the hype about his game. He's going to be a good one, and the Spurs are taking full advantage of his skills in his rookie season.
One from Jordan in Cary, North Carolina. With Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker, can the Celtics overcome not having a legitimate big man and still make the playoffs? And what do you think of Joe Johnson as a third option in the offense?
Well, Walker and Pierce are doing a terrific job, but they need it from the big guys. Potapenko, Blount, and Battie, I think, have to average about 15 points and a dozen rebounds a game if they're going to be a playoff team. And Joe Johnson, the other player that you talked about as a third option, is playing lights-out basketball. In the recent game against Indiana, he was the guy that Coach Jim O'Brien went to down the stretch, and J.J. really delivered.
Our thanks to Dr. Jack. Coming up, we'll find out who was clutch on Friday, and shockingly, Michael Jordan among the contenders. Off the break with tonight's question: against which team does Jordan have his worst career record? The answer in 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Sports, rated E for everyone.
Today's number, well, the Utah Jazz have won 13 of 23 career meetings with Jordan teams. Utah and Houston, the only clubs to fare better than 500 against MJ. Houston is 12-10 against him. MJ and the mailman each waking the echoes on Friday. Jamal Tinsley, a fantasy hoops dream, just missing a triple-double, also had 6 steals. On the flip side, the iron unkind. Quite chilly on this page. MJ was money. The rest of the Wiz were counterfeit. 27% shooting for those not named Jordan. Jonathan Bender learning the ropes for the Pacers. Michael Doliak matched up against Duncan and the Spurs and got lost. NBA B-League action. North Charleston at Greenville. Stephanie Reddy, the Greenville assistant coach, the first woman to coach a men's pro team. Alex English on the other bench. Third quarter, Greenville in green, down 2 until Eric Chenoweth, the former Jayhawk, throws it down. He had 20. In the fourth, North Charleston running. B.J. Mackey gets hammered and still makes the basket. Former South Carolina star. Late in the fourth, Greenville trying to make a comeback. Ansu Cisse throws it down. Not enough, though. The Low Gators win 96-91. Thanks a lot for letting me play. I'm Whit Watson. You can get more hoops right here on Saturday night with the NBA Tonight with Pam Ward. We'll see you next time. Keep shooting.
NBA Tonight is a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.